All right, let's hear how scoreheads are feeling. Darnell Wright is a Bear. They had a shot at Jalen Carter and got a future fourth-round pick to pass on him. In Orland Park, Ray is on the Parkins Spiegel draft special. What up, Ray?
Great to talk to you, fellas. I think Ryan Poles got jobbed here, guys. Only a fourth-round pick for the move-up, and you kind of showed that you're a little bit of a, I'm going to say, coward. You're kind of remind me of draft day where the Jaguars GM guy didn't know what to do, and Kevin Costner told him a story and got his picks. I feel like that happened here.
Wow.
You just told the league that you're not ready to go yet by not getting the top premium talent and taking a risk and going for the big one. You just took the safe one and like, okay, we'll be all right. I don't like it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thanks for the call, Ray.
And with this, it mirrors what we're seeing on the text line, Danny. There are some people, this is the first moment I've seen a lot of vitriol towards Ryan Poles because people want the big swing and they don't, and the trade was a big swing, but this pick is not a big swing.
I mean, yeah, if he's a 10-year starter at right tackle, people are going to love the pick. I'm sure there's a ton of Bears fans who love build in the trenches, draft a tackle. It was a huge need on the team. They tried to give Mike McGlinchey $50 million. Like, I don't think you can hate the pick for Darnell Wright. I just think
it's not flashy.
Yeah, and if they would have taken Jalen Carter, we would have had a ton of people angry at them for taking the risk with Jalen Carter too. Like Jalen Carter was not
absolutely
that would have been a polarizing pick.
I mean, Philly is the best situation in the league for Jalen Carter.
Without a doubt.
The number one spot.
Number one spot. If you're picking a spot where a troubled guy needs to go and have something to prove and have a culture around him, and the Bears are very, very low on that list. If you ranked the 30 best landing spots for Jalen Carter, Eagles are 1 and the Bears are bottom 10.
Nick is in Arlington Heights. He's on the score. What up, Nick?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Speaking about what the Bears did tonight, I'm ecstatic about they had enough sense to draft on the offensive line. Because I don't care who you got playing quarterback, anybody on offense. It all begins right there in the trench. And finally, if they can give this kid some protection, maybe he won't be running for 1,000 yards a year. Hopefully he can be throwing for more than that. Because that's what I'm worried about, our quarterback position.
Yep, that's the idea. Thanks, is that they'll cut down on the running, and you'll see a lot more throwing from the pocket with a secure pocket, guys.
And Wani, your guy, Lucas Van Ness, goes to the Packers with the 13th overall pick in the trade with the Jets. So Lucas Van Ness coming into the NFC North. So Jahmyr Gibbs to the Lions, and Darnell Wright to the Bears, and now Lucas Van Ness,
big Bears fan,
to the Packers. So Lucas Van Ness is a Green Bay Packer coach.
Darnell Wright gets to see him.
Yep, there we go. I just saw him run over the guy from Ohio State. I don't know, Paris Johnson. Does that mean anything?
It's a good highlight.
I like
Steelers have traded up, by the way. Steelers are now on the clock. The Patriots traded down with Pittsburgh. So yeah, of course, exactly.
Patriots.
Surprise.
Bill Belichick gets extra picks. Pittsburgh now on the clock.
So what are the debates tomorrow on our radio station, Danny, as we get a jump start? And of course, Chuck Swirsky and Big Ant Heron, Anthony Heron, will be here.
9 o'clock.
Coming up at 9 o'clock. But all day tomorrow as well. It's going to be a volatile day. I think there's going to be a split and a divide here based on the attitude of the Bears towards Jalen Carter. And I'm pleased, man. Like this is where I was. Like I was afraid of the risk of Jalen Carter because I think they've got to get this right. They had to get this pick right, and having traded down from 1 to 9, you got to use this asset at one of those important positions, and now they have.
And they're not in position yet to take that flyer. You know what I mean? Maybe 2 years from now they are.
That's the argument.
The Eagles are doing it right now.
That's the argument.
Yes, if he flops, then they're like, okay, we're still going to be okay. And Coach, you're right about the culture. I remember, I think it was Ask Grody or somebody. I said, who are the leaders in the locker room? And he gave me the list. And I was like, okay. Unimpressive.
Right.
Like good players, whatever, but nobody's been there, because nobody's been there that long. It just didn't seem like they that is a locker room you want to bring a kid in like to that's
absolutely,
that's just not going to be able to flourish.
No, I mean, I get that. I'm with that. I just anyway, you know how I feel.
You can tell us again, though.
Steelers just trade up. They're going to take Danny's offensive lineman from Georgia,
Broderick Jones,
and that pretty much cleans the tackles. And now
one of the best organizations in football taking the guy I wanted.
Yeah, here's your terrible towel. You can have your mango and go to bed.
Mango?
But Miles Murphy, here comes the guys now. Bryce Breesy, my man Cansey, they're all coming.
Stop reading names.
Maybe, Coach. Maybe we can trade up into here and get one of these guys.
I don't think they're trading up, man.
I don't think so. By the way, Mark Grote's out at Haugh. He can do some reports. As soon as Darnell Wright meets the media, he'll have that with. You'll hear from Darnell Wright with Chuck Swirsky and Anthony Herron coming up. So keep it locked right here. But Pat in Austin is on the Parkins Spiegel draft special with Wanley. Man,
that's a new one. I like it.
That's what happens when we broadcast past 8 o'clock.
Mark the tape. What up, Pat? You're on the score.
Hey, Wadley's been great. Actually, it's been a great experience so far. I appreciate it, fellas. So I'm with Parkins completely. It feels like trading with the Spurs in the NBA draft. When the best GM in the league trades with you, you wonder what are the smartest people in the league know that I don't know, right? And it's just another one of those. I'm not disappointed with the pick. It's a position of need. It's a premium position. If it works out, fantastic, right? But it's a weird position to be in to know that you're going to wonder, like Wadley said, you're going to look at the Eagles games for the rest of the year and just wonder how this guy's doing, and if he's fantastic, and if he's exactly what you think he's going to be. It's the biggest position that you need in an Eberflus offense that needs that position, and it's just a weird position to be in to know that you're going to be looking at this and keeping an eye tilted to this player for the rest of the year. I don't know. Can't be mad at the pick. I think it's fantastic, but it's just I don't like to be in this position to wonder what if.
Two things.
Again, thanks, guys. I listened to Pole's position for the last 3 months every single day because apparently I don't need to get anywhere with my life, and it's been fantastic to bring it full circle with this show. Thanks, fellas.
Thanks so much, Pat. Very much appreciate that. We've tried to cover this as much as we could, but Darnell Wright is hopefully awesome. I mean, all the measurables are there, right? The pass block tape is there. It's the technique in the run game, a little bit of the nastiness in the run game, like finishing blocks that was a bit of the question, but went up against monsters, has great standing up Will Anderson, standing up Brian Breesy, right? Like you watch like the YouTube 6-minute clip of Darnell Wright and you're like, oh, yeah, he did great against Clemson's defensive line in the bowl game. I remember watching that game. I bet money on that game. And then there he is standing up a couple of first-round picks on the defensive line, right? So he has all of the things that you could fall in love with on tape.
The temptation is to judge everything now and remember that there are 3 techniques still available, whether it's Cansey, whether it's Adebare, whether it's a kid from Wisconsin, the kid from Florida, Dexter. There are options. We'll see what they come out with.
No reason they can't be great either. But here, let's think about this. The Bears had the number 1 overall pick, right? Are you happy now that you took the number 1 overall pick and now you have DJ Moore, Darnell Wright, and a future 4th rounder?
And all the other picks they got from Carolina.
Well,
and all the other picks.
And next year's first and all that.